Chapter 4. Close enough to touch. The autumn chill had fully set in by the time Harry and Louis met again. The crisp air smelled of fallen leaves and damp earth as Harry made his way toward the usual spot by the river. Today, though, Louis wasn't waiting by the tree like he usually did. Just as Harry was starting to wonder if Louis wasn't coming, he heard a familiar voice call out from behind him. "Oi, Harry!" Louis's voice rang out. Harry turned to find him jogging over, a warm smile lighting up his face. "Sorry, I was running late." Harry smiled back, the sight of Louis immediately warming him despite the chill. "No worries, I wasn't waiting long." They settled into the usual spot under the oak, sitting a little closer than before, as though the space between them had slowly been shrinking with each passing meeting. They talked for a while about everything and nothing, as they often did, but tonight there was a new sort of tension in the air. It was soft, not uncomfortable, but it lingered. Louis shifted, pulling out his phone and glancing at the screen. "Hey, what are you doing later tonight?" Harry shrugged, surprised by the question. "Nothing much. Why?" Louis looked up with a playful smile. "I was thinking, I haven't had a good movie night in a while. Want to come over and watch something?" Harry blinked, his heart doing a little somersault in his chest. "Yeah, I'd like that." A couple of hours later, Harry found himself sitting on Louis's couch, his nerves fluttering as they scrolled through a list of movies on Louis's TV. It wasn't like this was the first time they were hanging out, but being in Louis's space, his home, felt more intimate, more personal. Louis plopped down beside him, a bowl of popcorn in his hands, and nudged Harry with his shoulder. "You're picking the movie, mate." Harry smirked. "Fine, but don't complain if I pick something boring." "I like boring," Louis said, grinning as he leaned back against the couch. They eventually settled on some indie movie neither of them had seen, and as the opening credits rolled, the lights in the room dimmed, leaving just the soft glow of the screen to light their faces. Harry wasn't really paying attention to the movie, though. Not when Louis was sitting so close that their thighs touched. Not when every little move Louis made sent Harry's heart racing. He wondered if Louis could hear how loud his heart was thudding in his chest. Halfway through the movie, Louis shifted beside him, stretching out and resting his arm along the back of the couch. The movement brought Louis even closer, and Harry could feel the warmth of his body pressing against his own. His stomach fluttered with nerves, but he didn't move away. In fact, neither of them moved. The movie droned on in the background, but Harry's focus had shifted entirely to Louis, the way his breath seemed to have slowed, the way his gaze lingered on Harry's profile longer than usual. Harry dared a glance to his side and found Louis looking at him, his blue eyes soft but intense in the dim light. It wasn't the first time Louis had looked at him like that, but tonight it felt different. There was something between them now, something unspoken but undeniably there. Neither of them said anything. Instead, it was as if the moment stretched, heavy with something new and fragile. Harry's pulse quickened, and before he could talk himself out of it, he leaned in, just a fraction, his breath catching as Louis's gaze flickered to his lips. Louis didn't pull away. For a second, Harry's mind went blank. He could feel Louis's breath against his skin, warm and inviting, and the space between them was almost gone. His heart pounded in his chest, and all he could think was that this was the moment he had been waiting for, even if he hadn't known it. And then, as if it was the most natural thing in the world, Louis closed the distance. Their lips met softly, tentatively at first, but it was enough to send a shockwave of warmth through Harry's entire body. His hand instinctively reached out, resting on Louis's knee, and Louis responded by gently cupping the side of Harry's face. The kiss deepened, slow and sweet, as if they had all the time in the world. It wasn't rushed, it was careful, as though both of them were savoring every second of it. Harry's heart raced in his chest, but at the same time, everything felt calm, right. When they finally pulled apart, Harry was breathless. His forehead rested against Louis's for a brief moment, their noses brushing as they both caught their breath. Louis's hand lingered on Harry's cheek, his thumb gently stroking the skin there. Louis chuckled softly, breaking the silence. "Took us long enough, huh?" Harry grinned, his heart swelling with warmth. "Yeah, I guess it did." They stayed like that for a while, their faces still close, neither one of them in a hurry to move. Harry's head was spinning, but in the best way possible. He hadn't expected this to happen tonight, but now that it had, he couldn't imagine it any other way. Louis pulled back slightly, but his hand remained on Harry's knee, his touch light but reassuring. "We should probably finish the movie," Louis teased, his voice low and playful. Harry laughed, feeling lighter than he had in a long time. "Yeah. If you say so." But neither of them moved to play the movie. Instead, they stayed there, basking in the quiet of the moment, their hands brushing now and then, their hearts beating in sync.